Coming? Buddy? See the colors? Through the trees. Look at that. Gorgeous. I know you guys are probably sick of me always talking about the sunsets, but good grief. It is absolutely gorgeous. Only thing close to this would be Florida. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I'm gonna leave this right here and let it get the sunset. I'm gonna snap some panoramas real quick. Listen to Gipper complain. Huh. Just absolutely gorgeous. Blue, the color of purple is all the way down here on the other side of the road. Pretty cool, right? Wow. So pretty. Alright, so I'm going to leave that to record for a little while we go get the saw and put in the extra room. Come on, buddy. Come on. Roll in. Come on. Stop complaining. Gosh, dude. Come on. Come on. Come on. Check out what the wifey made for me. Oh, look at that chili, boy. Look at that chili. Looking all good and scrumptious. Oh, mmm. Tear this up tonight. Mmm. Who else likes sour cream in their chili? I put cheese on top of mine, and I put a dollop of sour cream, like on the side here. Where's my finger? On the side here. You got a little dollop there, and you mix in part of it, and then you eat it all together, and it's so good. So good. Look at that though. Look at that though. Oh man, look at all them vegetables. beans, and look at that meat, boy. Look at that meat. Look at that delicious meat, boy. Oh, yeah. Take a picture for Instagram, of course. There's your dollop of sour cream. I guess that'd be like a dollop and a half. Look at that, though. So you think you can take... Oh, almost forgot the most important ingredient. But I go back and forth between using saltines. Saltines are really good because they're bigger and they don't break. But I'll take the big Cheez-Its and I'll scoop it all together and then mix your concoction and just put it in my mouth. Put it in my mouth, boy. Such a dork. It's a good thing I got people that love me. Good man. I'm way too dorky. Alright, I'm about to do an unbox and use review thing like I did for the rail. We have this Skil saw, but it's a bandsaw. Let's check it out. I suppose it has a little LED light in there. I wonder what happens when it runs out. I wonder if you can replace it. Must be battery operated? No, it can't be battery operated. It's gotta be electric. So I gotta run to the shop. How are we gonna do this? This is a shop now too. Check this out. You know you got a cool wife when she lets you turn your patio / workout room into a winter a winter, what do you call it? Mini workroom? The mini workroom. Workroom mini. Or shop. What am I saying workroom for? Workshop mini. The mini workshop. Whatever I'm trying to say, guys. Brought the halogens in here. It's putting off some heat. Got this little heat in here. I turned it the wrong way when I was trying to warm it up earlier, so it's still kind of cold in here. So I'm going to use this heater to get it started, get it warmed up. I got to run to the shop, the big shop. Hold on, get my jacket on. Alright. It's back to being cold out here again. It's like 18 degrees, I think. You can hear the wind, of course, because it's Minnesota. I don't know how people live in North Dakota where it's windy like 90-something% of the time. The wind here in northern Minnesota drives me bonkers. Oh man, I gotta put some ice stuff down. I think I'm gonna bring that card in here. Don't you love how I change subjects real fast? Mid-sentence, mid-thought. My brain, I think, just runs so fast. My students used to love it. Keep trying to keep up with me. Alright, I'm trying to decide what to bring in there. I might end up coming back for the... Wow, it's cold. Seriously cold in here. Wow. You feel all in my bones. Yeah, it's less than... What is that, 26? And the digital one in here says... I'm telling you, these halogen lamps... 22. It's 22 degrees in here. So a little bit warmer than outside. Still feels cold though. Maybe it's the metal. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring this in there. So I'm going to have to take this apart real quick. I think I'm going to bring this card in there as well. And organize it a little bit. It gives me a, whatchamacallit. Gives me some place to put some tools, things like that. I want to clean it out too and get it more useful. It's kind of dirty and gross right now. So I gotta bring the shop vac in. There's the shop vac. To bring the saw in. What else? Oh, I know. I said I needed. I got a tape measure in there. I do need. Some washers in case I want to attach that. Pretty sure I want to attach that bandsaw. I always feel safer when things like that are attached. Now I want to bring this in. Draw some serious lines on that boy. it's not. It's over here. No. That's the wrong one. Has to go over here. Just wondering where that cord's sticking out. Remember that cord sticking out there before? I guess it fits. Nice and snug. Snug like a fucking rug. I'm excited because I'm actually going to work on that sink counter. I at least know what I'm doing. I may not know exactly. I have to make some changes to the design, but to make it fit. What is it? Oh, duh. Just put it on there the right way there, tool. There you go. What else do I need to bring in there? I'll bring in some clamps. Where's all the rest of my clamps? Must be on the floor. Yeah. Where's my other clamps? Huh. I mean, I see the big ones, but this one's missing a piece. Is this one missing a piece? It's the other one that's missing a piece. Alright, let's bring this in. I'll get back to you guys in a second after I push this part over. It's cold. Alright, peace. Okay, so right away I'm going to say that I'm disappointed in the way this is boxed. You would think that something this awkward and heavy and way it's positioned would have this side up, a mark on the box, and also maybe a part where it says cut the bottom first, because you're going to see I'm going to go ahead and cut the bottom and slide it out. That would have been the logical thing to do. Like right there, they could have put an arrow down saying cut bottom of box. Or I've even seen other boxes designed where they have the styrofoam just slides in from the top. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't pull that out. I could pull it out without breaking it. And I was trying not to break it at first, but that didn't work out. So I cut the bottom of the box, just the tape. I'm going to save the box, and then you guys saw how easy it was to slide that right out. Okay, that part's cool. I'm happy about that part. I'm actually going to save this box for moving. You guys know we're moving, so pretty much saving any good boxes these days I get in the mail or whatever from Amazon and whatnot. for moving. Yep. This is the proper way to tape a box. I was taught this by somebody who worked at UPS for 39 years. So if you're wondering how to tape a box properly, this is how you do it. First, you go across the bottom the short distance. You saw the way I did that. And then you do one down the middle of the seam and then one on either side of the seam. That gives it extra strength. That is the proper UPS way to tape a box. In case you're wondering. Okay, this is the part that irritates me. This should just pull apart, but instead they make it so that you can't just lift up on it and pull the styrofoam out. You literally have to break the styrofoam to get it apart. Just not well designed at all. I mean, it may be adequately protected for shipping, but it's not ideal for unpacking at all. Come on. With all the advancements we have in packing and what do you call it, shipping these days, Skil saw, you need to do a lot better. Come on, buddy. Get your act together. Let's do this. So we're going to skip over this part real quick. I will say that there are only 3 parts extra that came with the saw in the styrofoam, built into a little part in the styrofoam. The tabletop's in there. I haven't unpacked it yet, but the arm bars, and I'll show you that in a minute. Anyways, just ignore the kind of little spat the wife and I had. We don't usually fight. Seriously, like, it's pretty cool. We really usually don't argue or fight. Not in a long time. It's just nothing's that important to fight about, I feel like. The only thing that are important to fight about is what I'm telling her right now, is that she drives too fast. And I worry about her. So that was me telling her, reminding her to slow down. And normally she just joke about it and, you know, brush it off, but there are certain times of the month where she is a lot more argumentative, shall we say, and defensive. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so she kind of just gives it back to me, and I just tell her that I love her and I just want her to be safe. Right? Oh, those are those other pieces. There's the guide for cutting different sizes of wood. So you could put the measurement up there on the table for 4 inches, and you can cut all the pieces at 4 inches. Kind of like on a table saw. You have the guide that allows you to measure out how the distance for the length of the thickness that you want to cut, or the width you want to cut. And the other piece was the push bracket Comes with a push bar that you can use to push, and that also has an angle on it so you can push at different degrees. Okay, while I watch the game here, it is Sunday and it is football season. Football season's almost over though, guys. I'm gonna be back to watching nothing in my shop. Anyways, so there's not a whole lot of directions, or the directions are really poor. But the biggest things you gotta do is get that platform attached to the Skil saw. I'm gonna show you that's done with 4 bolts, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a close-up in a minute. Before I do that though, there is one twist tie that holds up the power cord, and it also has the it's wrapped around the little LED light, so I just untwisted that and let that hang down. Okay, in order to get this platform on, which I'm looking at right now, I'm wondering why they put a bolt there. There's actually a little clamp / bolt attached to the end of the bandsaw table. So I'm getting a crescent adjustable wrench right now, and I'm just going to unscrew that and remove that, and then you slide the bandsaw blade through that, and it goes right on. There it goes. Too easy. Yeah, horrible directions. You can see I'm kind of frustrated with it. Anyways, I just basically figure out that there's 4 bolts with lock washers and washers. I put all 3 of those things together, and there's 4 mounts to put the bolts into, so I just figured out, hey, that's where it must go. It lines up, so that's how I do it. I'm going to show you a close-up of that in just a minute. Just waiting on the camera to focus here. There it is. So that's the bolt that goes under the table, and you put the lock washer on first, then you put the regular washer on top of that, and then it's ready, and you screw it right into the mount on the bottom of the table. And I'm going to show you a close-up of that now next. Yeah, sorry about the low lighting. I'm eventually going to get a nice camera set up to do better videos in the shop. But you guys saw that that bolt just went in there real easy. This other bolt's going to go in there real easy too. I don't show you all 4 bolts, I believe. I think I just show you installing 2 of them, but there's 2 on each side, and I use a crescent wrench to tighten them. What I do is I put all the bolts in first, and then I went back after they're all in to tighten them. And don't over tighten them. If you over tighten them, they will crack because it's cast metal. It's not steel. yeah, this is that guide or bar that I was talking about earlier. There's measurement on each side of the tabletop. I like that part. So you can put 3 inches and 3 inches and clamp it down, and then run yourself a board through there, and it's nice and straight cut. I really like that about that saw. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I bought this saw. And then it also tilts for angle cuts, and it's really easy to tilt. All you do is turn the knob at the bottom. And what you got to do next is I'm going to grab my other framing square for that, or my L square. Sorry. Actually, is that a tri-square? I think that's a tri-square because it can do 3 different things on it. So I got a small tri-square, and what you want to do is make sure that it's square. So you just, and that's what that Allen wrench is for. That Allen wrench turns on the bottom, and that pushes down on the table, so that the table can't go any further than that. Oh yeah, and remember that's that little clamp slash bolt thing that I took out before. You've got to put that back in there. Now every time you change a blade on the saw, you have to remove that in order to get the blade out or to get the new blade in, vice versa. This next part I'm going to show you a close-up of. Again, I'm just kind of messing with everything right now, but all I did right there was turn the knobs to open the case to get to the blade and to get to also the blade tensioner. Okay, to open the case to get to the blade, you turn these knobs, and it tells you on there open and close. So you just twist it to where it says open, both of them, and then slides open. That's it. Too easy, right? Also, at the top here is the blade tensioner. So it makes it tight, makes the blade loose. You want to make sure that you have adequate tension on there, but you don't want to have too much tension on there. As soon as you start to cut, or as you're cutting, that blade will snap. And I remember making that mistake when I had one before, is the blade tensioner was too tight. I thought it had to be super tight, and it doesn't. It has to have a little bit of play, and when you push on the blade right there, it should have some play in it. I believe it's 1/4 of an inch of a play, maybe a little more, 1/2 inch. One of the things you want to check is make sure that the blade rides in the middle of those wheels, and that's all I'm doing right here, is turning these wheels and making sure that the blade is right in the center of them. It has a little groove that the blade fits in, and it's preset by the factory when they make it. And so you're not supposed to have to do anything to it, but there is another knob for that if you need to change that, and I didn't have to, so I'm not going to show you how to do that. Alright guys, can you see me real quick? Hello? How you doing? Happy New Year. So using the scrap OSB, got the stain and the saw cuts and everything all over it. Turned that into another workbench. It's a little bit smaller than the other one. I believe this one is, what is it, 2 by 8. This one is like 21 by 84. The reason why it's 84, I want it a little bit smaller to fit into where it's going to go. But also the 2x4s were on sale. And look, you saw me, well, you will see me building it, but they're pretty warped. So I made it work. This isn't attached yet. I'm going to take it over to the house first and then attach it. It's going in the room that I'm turning into like a small little workroom, and I'm gonna do some staining in there. I'm gonna set up the my Christmas present, the new bandsaw. I'm gonna set that up in there. I'll leave room for the sander, so I can put the sander in there. Man, it's gorgeous out. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Just gotta stop and appreciate it. It is gorgeous. Perfect day for camping. Should be camping right now, dang it. But you just never know the weather. But I think next time that it does this, where it warms up, I'm gonna do the overnighter with the wood stove. I already looked up some places, so probably gonna go to Itasca, just because it's the first time, and at least it's patrolled, so if I do run into trouble, I'll have help. Probably gonna do it by myself. I was gonna have somebody come with me, but probably just not gonna do it by myself. Alright, so this destroyed room right here, actually it's not that bad. I've got to pick this up and put it away and set up my workbench in here. This is where I'm gonna set up the workbench. Alright, so let me switch tripods. I'll let my dog come out here with me. You wanna come out here with me, buddy? Hi. Are you mad? You mad because I left you in here? Well, you don't like to be out there. It's cold. I'm sorry. Can you go potty? Go potty? Go potty, hurry up. Alright, while he's going potty, let's switch tripods and open up these shades, get some light in here. Yeah, this isn't like a... This little room was an add-on. The floor is absolutely destroyed. I think it was the previous tenant that just destroyed this rug in here, so I can clean it up when I'm done using it as a workroom. There's some sunshine in here, see? Sunshine in here. It's got a little heater over here. Base heater, so I can turn that on, and supposedly it has a heated floor. Is that what that is? I think that's for the heated floor. You want to come in now, bud? You coming in? Huh? You done? We'll take a little walk to the mill in a minute. Alright, so... Goodness, Kipper. That's disgusting. Say excuse you. Say excuse you. That was rude. Alright, let's get to work. I'm gonna have to put a lot... Alright, enough. Stop complaining. I was out there for an hour without you.